Placed Nigerian Central Bank Governor Emiefele on Global Terrorism Watchlist Group urges international community. Welcome to the news, and please subscribe to our channel. To get notified when we post hot juicy news updates, please click on the notification bell. The Department of State Services (DSS) has accused Emiefele of financing terrorism, but an Abuja High Court recently stopped the police unit from arresting, detaining, or questioning him. A group, National Coalition for Security and Anti-Terrorism (NACOFSA), has raised alarm that embattled Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Godwin Emiefele, is allegedly seeking asylum in the United Kingdom as part of a ploy to run away from the ongoing investigation. The Department of State Services (DSS) has accused Emiefele of financing terrorism, but an Abuja High Court recently stopped the police unit from arresting, detaining, or questioning him. The group, however, called on the international community to, as a matter of urgency and importance, place the embattled Apex Bank Governor Emiefele on the Global Terrorism Watch List, as the allegation leveled against him are too weighty to be swept under the carpet. In a statement signed by the group's national convener, Peter Katuka, National Organizing Secretary Ikenya Chukwuka, and other leaders, Isaiah Obama-Koshi and Aondo Ali, as co-conveners obtained by Sahara reporters, stressed that it was more saddening than since the Central Bank of Nigeria's governor has failed to offer any explanation to the allegation. It said instead, Emiefele chose to play to the gallery, hiring groups to demonstrate solidarity for him on the streets of Abuja. It said the allegations of terrorism financing by the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Dr. Godwin Emiefele, left us with shock like every other Nigerian when it hit the stable of public opinion in December 2022. More worrisome is the fact that no deliberate answers and explanations have been offered by the accused. Rather, different groups and organizations have offered themselves as willing tools to play to the gallery of political endorsement and unnecessary solidarity with the accused, Emiefele. The alleged offences being investigated revolve around terrorism, which falls under the purview of offences categorized as capital offences in Section 66 of the Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022 of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And if you're referring to deals where it is alleged that somebody highly placed as the Central Bank of Nigeria is funding or has a link to enemies of Nigeria, Nigeria should come first irrespective of whoever is involved. So in this regard, the law is no respecter of persons and should not be a respecter of persons, and as concerned, citizens of Nigeria will not become. We cannot as a group sit and watch the DSS, which has been a frontline security intelligence proprietor in this country, to be twisted from carrying out its responsibilities by elements who are riding on the instrumentality of government in one way or another. There is still an avenue to ventilate their view, which is a global scene. It is in this vein that we have perfected arrangement to carry out a protest on the 18th of January in central London, United Kingdom, to call on the international community to beam a searchlight on Dr. Godwin Emiefele and all who may be indicted in these allegations and put them on the Global Terrorism Watch List. Nigeria belongs to all of us. We cannot turn a blind eye to allegations of this magnitude. We all agree that the country is not as safe as we want it to be, and if a renowned security apparatus of the government fingers anyone as being behind the palpable unrest in the country, it is only proper that it should be given requisite attention. Meanwhile, we must remember that this is a case that is ongoing and there is presumption of innocence, and nobody has been condemned or found guilty. Only the guilty are freed. If Emiefele has no skeleton in his cupboard, why would he stop an organization started with the responsibility of maintaining internal security from carrying out its duties? This within a calculated attempt to put a clock in the wheel of progress in terms of security of Nigeria. And as far as we are concerned, security is key. We also want to call on President Muhammadu Buhari to make a bold statement on the issue on the ground, as Nigerians and the international community are watching and taking note of the development as it unfolds further, the group added. Now here I am asking, how did we get to this point? From Emiefele not agreeing to, change some policies, automatically Emiefele is now financing terrorism. From Buhari backing Emiefele, all of a sudden DSS is on his case. What thing they go on? They run this man's streets. It is looking so they don't run this man's street too. Because I don't think the DSS can actually come after someone. Doesn't Buhari has that right to shield someone from the DSS? Who did they take orders from? Is it not him, the chief of the armed forces? And we all know that Buhari was actually in support of Emiefele. So what exactly is the problem? Kilon Shele Gongono? Are they playing to the gallery? What is all this? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not in any way saying Emiefele should not be investigated. But a court of competent jurisdiction, no, let me scratch that. The third arm of government, an arm of government that is as powerful as the executive and the legislature, says, leave this matter first. And you people are still coming. Like, I don't understand. And you're coming to tell us the super story of how the arm of the DSS should not be twisted. Which kind of story for the gods be this one? You want to stage a protest abroad. Wow. Ha. Now, wow. There are just too many irrational people in Nigeria. This Emiefele terrorism has just started with the change of narrative. Exactly. If I may ask these praise-singing imbeciles, which terrorist group was Emiefele financing? Ask me. Boko Haram, ISWAP or bandits. Nothing has come out of the 400 northern Muslims sponsoring terrorism. We should not even go to the area of when, I think 2 years ago, the government called us. The executive said they now knew who were financing terrorism in Nigeria. And they refused to spill to it. And all of a sudden, you have a clue, or you have a gut feeling that this person is sponsoring terrorism, and now you want to go against him. Meanwhile, the government, for how many years, has not gone against those financing terrorism? Who are we fooling in this country? Ha. If not about that the secret police has been compromised, why didn't they appeal against the Abuja court judgment? Nigeria and in all the government institutions remains a scam. The court cannot stop the law enforcement agencies and agents from investigating its possibly only in the scam country called Nigeria. What are you saying? What are you saying? And it is only a country that is as lawless as Nigeria that a court will say this thing will not happen and it will happen. Alright, on this note, we've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen.